Okay, let's talk about the Bible's most mysterious son of Japheth, Tiras. While his brothers founded empires everyone knows about, Tiras is like that cousin nobody talks about at family reunions. But here's the thing. His descendants, the Thracians, gave us Spartacus, possibly the Etruscans who founded Rome, and a warrior culture so intense that even the Greeks and Romans were like, those guys are crazy, and that's saying something. Genesis 10:2. In the Berean Standard Bible mentions Tiras last among Japheth's sons, and then nothing. The Bible never mentions him again. But ancient historians help us out. Josephus says Tiras founded the Thracians, whom the Greeks called the most numerous people in the world after the Indians. These people controlled the Balkans, modern Bulgaria, Romania, northern Greece, Turkey's European part. They were literally at the crossroads between Europe and Asia. The Thracians were the ancient world's metal heads, and I mean that literally and figuratively. They were master metalworkers who created some of the most intricate gold and silver artifacts ever discovered. The Panagyurishte treasure, the Rogozin treasure. These collections make King Tut's gold look like amateur hour. They were also covered in tattoos, had long hair, and loved wine so much that Homer said they were drunk all the time. Basically, they were the ancient world's rock stars. Here's what's crazy. The Thracians produced more gladiators for Rome than any other people group. Spartacus, the slave who nearly brought down the Roman Empire, was Thracian. The Thracian fighting style was so distinctive that Thracian became a type of gladiator. They fought with curved swords and small shields, relying on speed and aggression. When Romans wanted entertainment, they wanted Thracian warriors. These guys turned combat into art. But Thracians weren't just fighters. They were deeply spiritual. Their mystery religion, Orphism, influenced Greek philosophy and possibly early Christianity. Orpheus, the legendary musician who could charm animals and rocks with his music, was Thracian. The myth of him descending to the underworld to rescue his wife? That's a Thracian story that Greeks adopted. The idea of the soul's immortality and purification through multiple lives? That came from Thracian religion, not Greek philosophy. Archaeological discoveries in Bulgaria and Romania keep revealing how sophisticated Thracian society was. They had writing, though we can't fully decipher it, advanced urban planning, and complex religious sites. The Thracian tomb at Kazanlak has frescoes that rival anything from Greece or Rome. The Sveshtari tomb has caryatids, carved female figures, that predate similar Greek structures. These weren't barbarians. They were artists and architects. Some scholars think the Etruscans, who founded Rome's civilization before Rome conquered them, were related to the Thracians. Both had similar religious practices, art styles, and languages that don't fit into other Indo-European families. If true, that means Tiras's descendants might have founded the civilization that founded Rome. The genealogical footnote in Genesis might have shaped the empire that ruled the world. How's that for unexpected influence? The Thracians had female warriors before Wonder Woman made it cool. Archaeological evidence shows women buried with weapons, and Greek sources mention Thracian women fighting alongside men. The Amazons of Greek mythology might have been inspired by Thracian warrior women. These people had gender equality in combat 3,000 years before modern militaries started accepting women in combat roles. Here's something weird. Despite being numerous and powerful, Thracian culture mysteriously declined and disappeared. They were absorbed by Romans, Greeks, and Slavs, leaving behind treasures and tombs, but no continuous cultural identity. Unlike other descendants of Japheth who maintained distinct identities, Tiras's line seems to have dissolved into other peoples. It's like they were designed to influence everyone else, then vanish. Modern Bulgarians and Romanians likely have significant Thracian ancestry, though mixed with later Slavic and other migrations. DNA studies show ancient Balkan populations had unique markers that persist in modern populations. The Thracian genetic legacy lives on, even if their culture doesn't. Traditional Balkan music, with its complex rhythms and haunting melodies, might echo Orpheus's ancient songs. The spiritual legacy of Thracians is complex. Orphism's ideas about the soul, purification, and afterlife influenced Platonic philosophy, which influenced Christian theology. Early Christian art in the Balkans shows Orpheus as a Christ figure, charming animals like Christ, calming souls. The Thracian emphasis on personal salvation through mystery rites might have prepared the ground for Christianity's spread in the Balkans. Christianity came early to Thracian lands. Philippi, where Paul established the first European church, was in Thracian territory. The Balkans became a stronghold of Orthodox Christianity, preserving Byzantine traditions when Constantinople fell. Bulgaria's conversion in 864 AD created the Cyrillic alphabet, which spread Christianity and literacy across the Slavic world. Tiras's territory became crucial for Eastern Christianity's survival and spread. So what's your takeaway? First, don't dismiss the biblical names that seem unimportant. Tiras gets one mention, but his descendants influenced Greek philosophy, Roman entertainment, and possibly founded pre-Roman Italy. Second, sometimes God's purpose for a people is to influence others, then step back. Not everyone gets an eternal empire. Some get to be catalysts. Third, warrior cultures can have deep spirituality. The Thracians balanced fierce combat with mystical religion, showing that strength and spirituality aren't opposites. Your application. You might be a Tiras in your world, meant to influence rather than dominate, to prepare rather than complete, to catalyst rather than conclude. Not everyone gets to be Greece or Rome. Some people are Thracians, powerful in their moment, influential in their sphere, then absorbed into God's larger plan. That's not failure. That's fulfillment of a different kind of purpose. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.